Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley, and this is for Dizzy Birds. On this channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and savings challenges that actually make saving fun. If you're new to our channel, my husband and I both work full-time. We've got two awesome boys, two crazy corgis, and a new little furry kitty named Olive, and a life that never slows down. So staying on top of our money has to be simple and attainable. And we have big goals. Number one, we want to get out of consumer debt. Number two, we want to get ahead on our monthly bills. And three, and most importantly, we want to totally transform how we think about money. If you're ready to take control of your finances one paycheck at a time and maybe have a little fun doing it along the way, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to be taking care of our month ahead binder and our minis. So grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and let's get to it. Monday, if this is when you're watching it, I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. As you know, or you may know if you've watched my videos before, you know I film in advance. I'm only filming one day in advance, so it's only Sunday for me. So I am looking down the rest of the day for our Monday. It's coming. We have weather coming in, so I don't know if we're going to be in the office or working from home. We just have to kind of wait and see. But however your Monday is going, I hope it's going well. I hope you're having a great start to the week, and I hope you had a great holiday weekend. I did. It was 5 days long. I got a lot done on a couple of projects. Did some work here for the channel, and I'm excited. It's Monday. I love doing minis. I love month ahead. I love all of that. But before we get into that, I do want to show you just a couple of things. In case you haven't seen it yet, this is going to be the December membership for physicals. So if you are a member of on my Ko-fi channel, I have two tiers of membership. One is called the Prologue and one is Bestseller. Now the Prologue is the digital option. It gives you access to all of my members only freebies that are printable on the Ko-fi shop. But if you are a member of the Bestseller tier, you also get all of that. You get all access to all the digitals as well, but you get two physicals mailed to your home every month that you are a member. So these are what I designed for the December membership. They've got the new year vibe going. 12 new chapters, 365 new chances. This one's going to save you 60 with the gold scratch off stickers. And then this one in my little 4x4 size, New Year, same hot mess, save $30. Like all of my challenges, they're both double-sided, laminated with that really heavy duty 5mm lamination, and so you can reuse them over and over if you like. So if you would like to be a member, or if you already are a member, here's a little sneak peek on what's coming. I have a cutoff date of December 15th, so as long as you sign up for the bestseller tier by December 15th, you will get this one mailed to you. So, where you get these two mailed to you, plus you have access to all of the digitals that are in the shop. And I do try to put at least 5 new digitals in the shop each month for my members. So, there's always something to get in the Ko-fi shop. Speaking of the Ko-fi shop, this was the freebie for 600 subscribers, and we are going to play this starting today. It's 25 days of savings. It's an Advent style activity. We've got 25 activities or tasks that we can mark off and a little bit to be saved there, so we will do that here in just a minute. And if you haven't already got it, you can get that on the Ko-fi shop for free. Just go ahead and download it and you can play along this month, and we'll see how much we save with 25 days of savings. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you, in case you're interested in doing a Christmas theme challenge this month, this is my very first box challenge that I've released. This is A Little Bird Told Me to Save for Christmas box challenge. So I plan to use this for 2026 Christmas, and I am going to start playing it in January. It comes with 12 challenges and 2 bonus challenges, a tracker, and a whole set of cards. Now, it is a digital download, so you can print it off and laminate it if you like and reuse it over and over again. But it is in the Ko-fi and the Etsy shop, so if you're interested in that for December, go ahead and take a look at that. Otherwise, you will see that on my channel starting in January. Okay, I think that's all the business we need to take care of, except for I haven't shared with you our plan for savings this week. Okay, so here's our typical budgeting sheet that we use each week, you're going to see a couple of things that are different here. Number one, we always have to save for our camper payment and our storage, but our emergency fund, we did save for it, but it got depleted. Basically, we had our washing machine break down again, and we had to put that towards the repair. So we did save it, but didn't immediately spend it. So it is what it is, y'all. Okay, but moving over here into our savings challenges, we were left with about $287 left to save after all of our variable and fixed expenses were saved. And we have our typical $30 going towards our month ahead. We have our minis and tinies at $90. We skipped debt binder this week. It is just the reality of we had a lot of expenses associated with being back and forth to the hospital last week, mostly eating out related expenses, and that dipped into what we would normally have for our snowball. That with Christmas coming, we just had to prioritize Christmas. So we will get back on it next month. I can promise you that we are going to hit that debt real hard and heavy starting in January. But speaking of Christmas, if you didn't catch my last video, we did also save $152 towards our Christmas Savings Challenge book with Rock's Budgets. And you'll have to tune into that video to see not only whether we finished it, but if we finished it, how much we saved. Spoiler alert, it's a surprise. It is surprising, okay? And then I wasn't initially planning to do this, but the s'mores binder, we had so much fun with it the last 2 months, and I thought, why couldn't we continue doing that on to December? So I switched out, since we finished it up, I put in some new challenges, and we're going to have our typical $15 set aside for the s'mores challenge. So in total, we have $287 going into various savings challenges, binders, and whatnot. All right. Okay, so that is a plan for savings this week. Here's what we need to do first. So I've been promising you that we were going to do the 25 days of savings. We will be doing this each time I have a video, and we will just do as many days as we need to make up for the 25 days of December. So come Christmas time, we will have it all done. All right, so how this works is basically you can pick any task to complete each day and save the amount. So what I'm going to try to do today is find one that I have done already today or yesterday or maybe this weekend and mark that off. And the first one I see up here is make your coffee at home. So in other words, if you like to hit up the Starbucks or wherever, no judgment here, I do too. But every time we save something at home, or make something at home instead of spending that money, we're saving a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and mark this one off. And I think I'm just going to color in the frame here in green. And this says that we can save $3 in our fund for doing that. So we definitely saved $3 for not making that coffee or getting that coffee at the coffee shop. And then some, I can promise you. I think the last time I got my favorite coffee at that place, it was about $7 for a big one. And I did get it several times while I was at the hospital. So I can say that for sure it would save me at least $3 every time I make it at home. So we're going to get our $3 here. And I don't have an envelope out yet, but we will get one before the next video. So we'll see what else we need. Now I know, like for instance, with work this next week, I will pack my lunch instead of eating out. I know I can take care of that one. There's a couple that are harder. Have a no spend day, make a homemade gift. There's some fun stuff. Make hot cocoa at home. We do that on the regular, so I definitely can take care of that. But we'll have to see how we do the rest of the week, and we will see this in our Tiny Tuesday video as well. So I'll be thinking about that. All right, so 25 days of savings has officially begun, and we have our $3. I'm just going to get a paper clip for now just to make sure that I don't lose that $3. And I'll get an envelope for that. Okay, so it's time for our month ahead binder. It's becoming our favorite, my favorite for sure. We have our typical $30. Now, if you saw our November roundup, you know we had a little bit of a boost, which we love a boost from our minis and tinies. So let's see where we are as of today. So we have fully funded 1, 2, 3 categories, and we are working on our 4th one here. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out and see what we are going to get to add today. So with 3 completed challenges, that means 3, 6, and 9 additional dollars to the 3 that would normally go here. So that means this one's going to get, there's the 1, there's the 2, there's the 3, and there's its normal $3 right there. So all of that together means it's going to get, it's $12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, if we add that in here to what we already have, we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 57, 59, 61, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 71. Let's double check that. 20, 40, 50, 55, 57, 59, 61, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 71. So $71 in our natural gas right now. 71 divided by 5 means we should have 14 icons colored in. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need to color 1, 2, 3. So that is fun. Now we are getting to do a little bit more in this one envelope again because we've already paid off the first 3. So those amounts snowball into this one. That's how the snowball method works. It's a small amount until you start snowballing. All right, let's check this out. Let's condense down a little bit. Because this starts to get a little thick. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus another 5. Let's do this 10. All right, and then these 2 10s can come in for a 20. All right, so far, again, 20, 40, 60, 70, and $71. And we are making quite a lot of progress on our gas payment. Okay, so from the rest of the binder, each one gets its typical $3. So we're going to see how much we have once we do that. Let's get our 2s and our 1s separated out here. All right. So for the rest of the binder, the amount in the envelope should be the same. 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. All right, so $42 divided by 5 should be 8 icons colored in. So we see that we get to color in 1 today. So that is awesome. Pest control is well on its way. Okay, up next, subscriptions will be the same thing. We should have 42 once we have added in our $3. 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. And again, the same amount, so we should be able to color in an icon. All right, so $8 or 8 icons colored in for subscriptions. So that's like our Netflix and anything like that. Okay, up next is electricity. Now this is a higher amount. We're still putting the $3 in. We should still have 42. We'll double check that. 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. Now, with each icon being 9, we should have 4 colored in, so we don't get to color in another one today. All right, so we might get to color one in next week. We'll just have to see. Same thing goes here for City of OKC. We should have 42. This is our water and trash bill. 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. We are going to leave that with the 4 colored icons there. Moving on to storage, our storage unit for our camper. This one has each icon being $10. We're still adding our 3. We should still have 42, 20, 30, 32, 34, 30, 36, 38, 39, 40, and 41, 42. All right, so 42 divided by 10. Now, even I can do that math. We should have 4 icons colored in. So we get to color in one today. All right, so we finished our first row of storage. Now these larger ones, they take longer, but once we start snowballing the amount, we have our boost for our minis and tinies. I think we'll see a lot of growth very quickly. All right, so our last $3 goes in here to the cell phone. This one's the ugliest one. It's $360. 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. So we have a long way to go. 42 divided by 18 should mean that we have only 2 icons colored in. So we will be a long way to go before we get this one filled up, but that's okay. Little by little, we are getting it done. So again, 1, 2, 3 fully completed and well on our way to finishing our 4th one. Okay, so month ahead is all wrapped up. Okay, up next, we have our minis. So let's get into that. Our minis is going to be, oh, look at that. I did finally get some new Christmas dashboards put together. Our little gingerbread friends here. So we're going to get those out. Okay, so same categories as we've been saving in, same amount as we typically have. I'm going to set that aside for just a second. All right, and let's see what we have here. All right, so in spot number 1 this week, we have our debt folder. 2 is going to be emergency fund. 3 is going to be holidays. 4 is going to be eating out. We definitely depleted that one. 5 is little birds. 6 is month ahead, my favorite. 7, we did change this to fur babies to include Miss Olive, our new kitty cat. And 8 is self-care. Okay. All right, so what do we have to save with? First, we're going to pull out our buyback 5s and put those in the back. All right, we also have our Share the Love 2s. That's what I'm calling them now. So everyone will get at least 1 2, no matter what the dice decides to do. And then we have our 2 spicy 5s that we're going to mix in to the bunch here. And then I'm going to shuffle just a little bit more to make it even more random. Well, there's one of those spicy 5s. Okay, so a total of $60 to be saved with our minis this week as per usual. Let's go ahead and lay down our Share the Love 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so now we're going to get our 8-sided dice and our 4-sided dice. We're going to go to spot number 5, and it's going to get 1, and we're off to the races here. We did this a little bit different last week, so we like to shift it up each week to make things exciting. No one wants to get in a rut. All right, so spot number 7 is going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all, I'm so excited for Christmas this year. I always love Christmas, but for some reason this year I feel like I really need the magic. The kids really need the magic, so I am really looking forward to that. But there's so much work to do. I still have Christmas shopping to do. I'll be the first to admit that I haven't gotten that done. I've started it, but definitely not done. I hope y'all are doing better than me in that department. But I know I'll get it done. I always do. Okay, number 2 and number 8 need some love. Okay, there's number 8. So all we have to do is call out the dice. There's number 2. 1, 2, and 3. So everybody's gotten some love, so that's good. That's a nice balanced start. 1, 2, 3 gets 1. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing better than me on the preparations part. Our house is decorated at least, but I need to get busy on the plans for gifts and whatnot. And I want to do some baking this year. The last 2 we're going to go to 5. I'm going to do some baking this year and give those out as gifts at work. That always is something that interests me, and I always seem to run out of time. So I'm hoping this year I can plan better before everybody goes away on their Christmas vacations. All right, let's see what we've got so far. Up first is self-care. This is what we use for haircuts, nail appointments, and it looks like we got a total of 4 this week. Let's see who we have here. Oh, a new one. This one comes from Budget with Carly. Each one is going to be $1. Let's do teal. $1, and we're going to do 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's so cute. It says nice, naughty. Never mind, I'll buy my own stuff. Yeah, I'll buy my own stuff. It's cool. Staying on that nice list can be hard sometimes. Okay, up next we have fur babies. So now to include Miss Olive, which she is grateful for, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. $6 going into fur babies. Let's see who we have in there. You hear Mr. Finn has joined us. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's an even number. That's great. 1, 2, 4, and 6. All right, $6 going in. Let's see what we have so far. We probably can do a buyback 5 here. Definitely do a buyback 5. All right. $15, $16, $17, and $18 so far. And this one's Budget with Carly as well. I just love her challenges. All right, so let me make my little list here. So I don't forget who is in my video. I love to link you guys down below, and I always hate the idea of maybe missing somebody, so I'm going to make my list. Okay, up next is month ahead. We love month ahead because that gives us our little boost in that binder. 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10 even. Wow, that was a big winner. Month ahead. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh my goodness, we almost finished that up. Just not quite. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so next week we only need $2 to finish this one up. That's amazing. All right, let's see. We can do this for a buyback 5. And so far, for month ahead, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 for a total of 32. Let's hope the dice are nice. Well, we have our $2 share the love. That's definitely, so we'll definitely be finishing that one next week. Up next, Little Birds. That's Finney and Riley's fund. They got $5 this week. We use this for things like school meal accounts and just whatever might come up that they want to do. All right, so $5 means we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is Hey Kay. Hey Kay Budgets. Love her channel as well. One of my faves. And so far with Hey Kay, we have saved $5, $10, and $15 for Little Birds. All right, up next, we have Eating Out. Depleted. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. We need all we can get for Eating Out. $11. I think this one's going to be new. Yes, it is. So this one is going to get... I don't want that green. I want this green. All right, so $1 per. And we said 10. All right, so we're going to color in 10 of these cute little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, $10 going in. Let's get a buyback 5 here. Our cute little snowman and our little bird. $10 so far for eating out. That's a great start to that one. It must have heard how much we ate out last week. It knows that we need more money there than what we have, which is nothing. We depleted that fund for sure. Okay, up next is holidays. Holidays got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see, what do we have in here? Oh, we have one. Okay, so we are almost finished with this one as well. 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6 there. Let's do a buyback 5. Let's see what we have so far in here. So far, and this comes from CBA Mom Saves. And then let me make sure I didn't skip one here. Oh, and this is Budget with Mama Bear. Our eating out one. Budget with Mama Bear. All right. Awesome. Okay, so far CBA Mom Saves saved us 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, and 22 for holidays. That'll be a nice little boost, maybe for Christmas dinner, something like that. Okay. Up next, emergency fund. We have depleted this one as well. 2, 3, 4, and $5. And we're okay with that. It is what it is. We got to use it for an emergency. So that is good that we had it. It doesn't make it any less sad when you have to deplete it though. All right, so 2 and 4 and 5. So we're down to just $4 in this one. And let's get a 5 here. And let's see what we have so far. This one should save us an even 45, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36. So $4 more and we will have that one. We might have a really good week of challenges next week for Mini Monday. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so up next is debt. This one got a lot. 2, let's see. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13 for debt, y'all. That's insane. All right. And then we had an extra one, so 14. Okay, so 14. This is $2 per, so 2, 4. Whoop. 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. I love this one. This one comes from the Dramatic Panda. Love it. Love the rainbow feel. Love everything. It says, let's do this before my anxiety kicks in. And if that isn't true, I don't know what is. Okay, so we have $14 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another 5. Our little Nomi friend. Let's see, what do we have back here? We have another one, so we can do one more buyback 5 for a total of $16. 1. Okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 26. 26 so far for debt. That will be a nice little boost to the debt binder when we get back to saving in that in January. Okay, so that is going to wrap up our Mini Monday. Let's mix these up just a little bit more so they all have a different spot next week, just to keep it spicy. We'll put all 8 of these lovely envelope. So we didn't complete anything, but we got some so very close. So I have a feeling we're going to have a good week next week when we do our mini Mondays. As long as the dice plays nice. I don't think it's possible that we're not going to complete some. I just don't know how it's going to work. Okay. All right. So we're wrapping up mini Mondays. So we did our month ahead. We did our mini Mondays. You guys saw what we have in the shop now. If you wouldn't mind, give me a like and a comment down below. Let me know that you're here and you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you as a subscriber. We have a huge goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. We had hoped to do it by the end of the year. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Maybe we'll shoot for my birthday, which is in February. So if you haven't already, I'd love to have you join the family and catch all our future videos, which, by the way, our next one will be our Tiny Tuesdays. I believe Finn is going to join us for that video, and everybody always enjoys when he jumps in. So until I see you in that one, y'all hang in there. Bye.